My name is... I'm about kicking ass, I'm about taking names, and we're about making games.
The legendary Titans.
Our planet doesn't orbit the Sun in a perfect circle, but a slight ellipse, sometimes closer to, and sometimes further from, the star. It is also tilted in relation to the Sun, and this angle changes as other planets and objects in space affect Earth's gravity. The overall impact of this is that, on a cycle of hundreds of millions of years, Earth enters ice ages, when global temperatures plummet, and the icy north and south poles expand to freeze more of the planet's surface. Technically, we are still within an ice age, as the poles are still frozen. Within these ice ages, though, are glacial periods when the temperature falls even further and much of the habitable land is frozen over, and warmer periods between glaciations where the ice recedes. Currently, we are in one of these warmer spells. Hominids first appeared within this current ice age, before the last glaciation. Humans, including our own species of Homo sapiens, and our close relatives the Neanderthals, survived our most recent glaciation, and though nothing in history is quite so simple, it was believed for a long time that pulling together to survive these harsh climates first inspired humans to develop farming, houses, and the very beginnings of civilization.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Regice. Braille is a system for coding written letters onto a grid of 6 dots. These dots can be embossed or punched as holes, and so the letters can be rendered in a way identifiable by human touch. Similar systems have been used historically as a way to trade secret codes, but in the past century Braille has been revolutionary in bringing reading and writing to blind and visually impaired people. Braille was developed by Frenchman Louis Braille at the age of 15 in 1824. It was first used to translate the French language, but versions have subsequently been created and then standardized for English and more than 100 other languages. For many young gamers, privileged enough to not have vision problems, their first encounter with Braille was probably in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Regice is a vaguely humanoid creature made of geometric ice crystals. It somewhat resembles a crystal golem from Dungeons & Dragons or Dark Souls, though its very symmetrical shape and movements make it more like an angel from Neon Genesis Evangelion. In the 8th Pokemon movie, Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, it slides around without moving its body much, and is very reminiscent of Ramiel from Ava. In Evangelion, the second impact, which preceded the events of the show, took place at the South Pole, which is where Regice's frozen body supposedly originates. Pokemon Emerald told us, its entire body is made of Antarctic ice. After extensive studies, researchers believe the ice was formed during an ice age. And Pokemon Fire Red told us, researchers revealed that its body is made of the same kind of ice that is found at the South Pole. It also slept for millennia, like Adam and Lilith from Ava. Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver told us, it is said to have slept in a glacier for thousands of years. Its body can't be melted, even by magma. The 3 legendary Titans also appeared in the anime, under the ownership of Brandon, a trainer Ash battled in the League. His Regice was pretty tough, but Pikachu was able to defeat it in the end. In the anime, and indeed the games, a bit of lightning from a mouse, or a fire attack, will of course mess it up. But going by the Pokédex, it sounds like it should be indestructible. Pokemon Ruby tells us, Regice's body was made during an ice age. The deep frozen body can't be melted, even by fire. This Pokemon controls frigid air of minus 328 degrees Fahrenheit. Pokemon Sapphire tells us, Regice cloaks itself with frigid air of negative 328 degrees Fahrenheit. Things will freeze solid just by going near this Pokemon. Its icy body is so cold, it will not even melt if it is immersed in magma. In battle, Regice was useful initially, with some bulky defensive stats and those incredibly powerful ice attacks like Blizzard. As the power creep saw more and more ridiculous stats in subsequent games, the defensively weak Ice type let Regice down. In Hoenn, Regice was found in the Island Cave. Players first deciphered a clue, which, like all the clues for the legendary Titans, was written in Braille. In Ruby and Sapphire, the clue said, "Stop and wait. Wait for time to pass twice." And players simply didn't touch the game for 2 minutes. In Emerald, the clue says, "Stay close to the wall. Run around 1 lap." And players just have to walk around the room. Learning about Braille for the first time, and solving ancient legends to meet a legendary monster in an ancient sealed cage, felt like a genuine adventure, like deciphering the Dead Sea Scrolls themselves. A few years prior, I'd been writing my own legends about Pokemon and dipping them in tea to make my own ancient scrolls, inspired by Pokemon the Movie 2000. And 10 years later I'd be obsessing over the mysteries and lore of Dark Souls. This was all really formative stuff for me. Music for Loop Lost Pokemon is composed by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork was drawn by Katie Groves. Writing, producing, and editing is all by me, Luke Summerhaze. Funding is provided by lovely listeners at patreon.com/podcastiopodcastius. For just $1 a month, you can help support the show and also listen to content early. Even if you don't want to help out, you should swing by that website for convenient links to the podcasts my pals and I create. I love it when listeners get in touch. After Regi Week, we'll be talking Latios and Latias. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about them or whatever Pokemon you love. And even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much just for listening. I love Regice. And remember, I love you too.